Hey guys, so today I thought I'd talk about the only products from The Ordinary that I've repurchased. I have to say I've tried every single product that The Ordinary has released, including their colors, their foundation products, which I don't have anymore because I think they got old. But I've tried everything, and I've got a handful that I've repurchased. And most products from The Ordinary for me are one-time tests, see if I like it. If it works, it's great. If not, then I don't repurchase it. So they've got a heck of a lot of products. So let me just show you. These are all my products from The Ordinary. So they've discontinued a few of them, and some of them would have been repurchases if they would have manufactured them again, but some of them they stopped, some of them they changed. So they have a great variety of different oils. I've tried all of their oils: Squalane, bee oil, borage oil, argan oil. You know what, this isn't even all of them because I finished some of them and haven't repurchased them. So these are all of their oils. They've come up with hair care products. They've got a heck of a lot of actives. They've come up with a few powders in their day. The ascorbic acid powder and the niacinamide powder, which didn't quite take off like they thought it would. The ascorbic acid powder was kind of a big deal for a while. And then they released this one. It kind of went, and then everyone kind of got sick of the powders. Yeah, still pretty hefty. They've released a lot of hair care products. The natural moisturizing factors with HA. They've released a shampoo and conditioner. This is the conditioner, finished the shampoo. This one's almost done too. Karen must be using it. So they've released tons of stuff, and they've got a lot of actives. They've released a sunscreen, which I kind of enjoyed. A lot of people didn't like it so much. It is kind of thick, but it was, I mean, it did the job, and I didn't feel like it was overly awful. But anyway, I'm sure this one expired 2 years ago. Still holding on to that bottle, but anyway. Some of their newer products I didn't love. So they came out with these two new cleansers. I didn't love either one of them, but their Squalane cleanser is amazing. I finished it, so I don't have a bottle of that, but that is one I've repurchased, was the Squalane cleanser. I found these other ones just, they either weren't effective or they were slightly drying. So I think the foaming cleanser was slightly drying, and this cream one was not super effective. It didn't remove a lot of things. Might work better as a second step cleanser where you don't really have that much left to cleanse, and then you're good. I think one of their biggest products that people love is their glycolic toner, which I'm working on a video about this product specifically, so stay tuned for that. I reviewed it, but now I'm working on a little different take on it, so be sure to check that out. Otherwise, lots of other different products. So their multi-peptide eye serum, it was okay. I didn't love it, but their eyelash serum was another one I didn't think was the best. I've used other eyelash serums that were a little bit more effective and efficient, and that just wasn't the best. So let me get to the products from them I've repurchased, including the Squalane cleanser, which I don't have, so I will pick that up because I love that stuff. So in terms of actives, I would say exfoliant favorite, the lactic acid 10%. This stuff is 5% or 10%, depending on your type. I've repurchased both of these. They're wonderful. They're in the proper pH. They're super affordable. And I like the fact that there's a 5% option for more sensitive skin or newer skin to exfoliants, or the 10%, which is a little bit stronger for more experienced skin types. So both of these are wonderful, and they are more aesthetically pleasing. I think the thing that stops me with repurchasing some of these products is they're just not aesthetically feel nice on the skin. Like this was one of them. The Vitamin C 30% suspension. This felt grainy and gritty on my skin. The azelaic acid wasn't as much. It's a little bit better, but it just didn't fit well in my routine. It was kind of thick. And I found other azelaic acid products I found a little bit better. The one thing I would have repurchased if they would have come back with it was their magnesium ascorbyl phosphate cream, but they never did anything with that after the first couple runs. So, but I would have repurchased that. So otherwise, okay. So I talked about the lactic acid. The one single product from them that I probably repurchased the most is, now it's not the buffet anymore. It's the multi-peptide serum with copper peptides. This one I've repurchased multiple times over and over again. It's amazing copper peptide serum. Their sister brand, Niode, also has some amazing copper peptide products, but this stuff, in terms of price affordability and what the ingredients are, seems to be just work a little bit better for me in terms of my budget, because the Niode one's pretty expensive. I think it's double the price, if not more. But this stuff does a trick for me, and it's really wonderful. So if you haven't tried this, check it out. It's well worth your time, in my opinion. And then there's their other buffet, which they now named the multi-peptide serum. If you're going to pick, they're both great, but my choice goes to the copper peptide one because of the addition of it. Just is so good for me. So good for me. Okay, next up, I've got there. What did I do with the little bottle? Hang on. I'm looking for it. Oh, anyway, okay. It was their Pycnogenol serum, which I can't find now out of all of this. But their Pycnogenol serum is great. You can add it into a moisturizer. I really like mixing it with just like any moisturizer you use in your morning routine. Pycnogenol is great, protecting for your skin. So this one I've repurchased multiple times. This one's a great one to mix in the Pycnogenol with. It's the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA. This one's the original. It's really wonderful. Since this came out, they've released a couple different versions of it. The phytoceramide version and the beta-glucan version. The phytoceramide version seemed very greasy to me, but the beta-glucan one has a nice gel texture, and these three are all pretty friendly for acne-prone skin overall. So when people ask me for a moisturizer for acne-prone skin, there's several, but if you're looking for something very budget-friendly, the Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA seems to do the trick for a lot of people and work well, and it's really darn affordable. Now it's in a big bottle too. So yeah, so the beta-glucan one I really like though because of the gel texture. It's really nice. So okay, in terms of moisturizers, that's it. In terms of retinoids, they have several different retinoids that I've repurchased, and the Granactive Retinoid Emulsion is one of them. I know they changed the name on this a few times, but this stuff is really nice. And their other one is their Retinol 1% in Squalane. I've repurchased both of these a few times, and they're really wonderful. If you're, now I use tretinoin or prescription retinoids, and but I slowly work my way up using products like this. They're very nice. The retinol and squalane is a little heavy, but if you're using your evening routine, it doesn't become as big of a deal because you're going to sleep usually after you do your evening routine. So the aesthetic use feel of it in my evening routine isn't as big of a deal as opposed to if it were in my morning routine. And if it peels or pills up, then that's a whole nother story. But in your evening routine, it's not as big of a deal. My other favorite, they've only come out with one mask, I think. And the Salicylic acid 2% mask is amazing. It's really wonderful. It's charcoal, so it applies like a big, thick, heavy charcoal mask, but it's got some salicylic acid in there. You leave it on for a few minutes, rinse it off, and your skin feels really, really, really nice. This is my favorite, but they also have another peeling product that people absolutely love, the AHA BHA peel. It's 30% AHA, 2% BHA. It's very strong. I have not repurchased this one because my skin didn't like it so much, but a lot of people absolutely love it and use it regularly, or some people use it on their heels of their feet, I've read. They have a lot of people have a lot of interesting different uses for it, but for my active exfoliant, the salicylic acid mask or the lactic acids are great, so I love this one. For hair care, the most repurchased product is the multi-peptide serum for hair density. I don't use it so much during the summer, but in the winter when my scalp gets dry, I use this every other night on wet hair, just a couple drops on my scalp, and it does the trick and it prevents dryness and it really helps. So this one's well worth checking out if you suffer from dryness issues on your scalp. What else do we have? What was their other one? Hang on, I'm thinking. Their amino acid B5 is one I've repurchased a few times, which is just a bunch of amino acids, which are really great for anti-aging. I kind of moved on from this one, but I still come back to it from time to time. It's a really nice one, and when I first tried it, I was goo-goo gaga over it. So anyway, and they've got a lot of different vitamin C type products. None of them I really fell in love with. All of them seem to lack something. And I think that something is just L-ascorbic acid in a water formulation. Feels light, absorbs quickly. They just don't have that going on in terms of their vitamin C products. There's ascorbyl glucoside. What else do we have for vitamin C? Tons of them, but anyway, ascorbyl glucoside. I must have repurchased that one, I guess, huh? I did. But anyway, I just personally, for vitamin C, I like ascorbic acid. I like the Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow. Nothing else compares to that once you've tried that. Their mandelic acid is great for exfoliant. If you're looking for a more gentle one, mandelic acid's pretty good for being kind of gentle on the skin, and it's really nice. What else do we have there? Caffeine. Do they still make their caffeine serum? I'm pretty sure they do. I didn't love it because I found caffeine to be kind of drying on my skin. So, oh, their EUK serum. This stuff to me felt a little too hydrating or slippery, and it took a long time to absorb, so I didn't absolutely love that one. What else? Oh, their Matrixyl is great, and the Argiline. But to be honest, you get both of these in the multi-peptide serum or the multi-peptide serum with copper peptides, so you don't necessarily need to buy these separately, but some people find maybe one of them more effective than the other. It might be worth giving it a try. Their primer, I hated the primer. Their high spreadability fluid primer, I just, you know what, it really like clogged the heck out of my pores, which is tough to do, but this one did it pretty easily. And, oh, their salicylic acid products I didn't love either. They're okay. They came with a couple of them, their salicylic acid ones, and they were okay, but I didn't love them. So, anyway, going back to the ones I've repurchased, I will link to everything below on the list, but their retinol, 1% or Granactive retinoid is great. Their mandelic acid's really good, and the natural moisturizing factors, the salicylic acid mask, the Squalane cleanser, the natural moisturizing factors plus HA, all pretty good. So, I mean, they have so many just looking at them, it's overwhelming to me. But anyway, those are my kind of random thoughts on The Ordinary. I'm more interested what you guys have repurchased from them, and yeah, what your thoughts are on the brand. And I mean, I think since Brandon's gone, I think the creativity has been a little bit lacking, because it takes a really creative mind to come up with all of this. And he really invented an entire new genre in skincare, and it's really a loss for the skincare community as a whole having him gone, because people like him only come out once in a while. I mean, once in a while, there's a big person that really makes a shuffle. I had to say Paula from Paula's Choice, probably Tiffany from Drunk Elephant. Those are probably 3 people that really made a huge difference. There's tons of them, obviously, but just in my recent skincare experience, those are 3 of the people that instantly stand out in terms of being kind of revolutionary and kind of shaking up things. So leave a comment if you have one. I'm sure there's more. So, okay, anyway, thanks so much, guys. I will see you more tomorrow. Bye, guys.